Hey guys, welcome back. Just thought that maybe after looking at the video the other day on all of the things leading up to the revolution that it might be beneficial that instead of making you guys sit through a 28-minute video, maybe piece by piece would be better, because maybe you understand the Townshend Act but you don't understand the Stamp Act, or maybe you understand what happened at Lexington and Concord but not quite the T Act. So I thought maybe this might be a better option for you. Today what I'm going to do is just really quickly run through the Stamp Act for you. And then you guys can watch this video and maybe get a better idea. This is just to serve as a quick little reminder. If you remember, when this all starts, England is essentially bankrupt after the French and Indian War. So basically they're trying to figure out ways to generate revenue that Britain can use, and what they do is they turn around and they focus their attention on the colonies. What they do is they say to the colonies, look, you have to start to help the mother country out. It's a mercantilist society, which means that any colony is going to help the mother country back home. So what they do is they place a tax on all legal documents like marriage papers, diplomas, playing cards, dice, wills, things like that. And the reason that they came up with the name stamp tax is because basically whatever the item was that was taxed had to have a stamp on it showing that the tax had been paid. Now, Britain had used all of these sort of taxes for a long time. Stamp taxes had been used in Britain and had been used in many other areas of the world, but it's the very first time that the colonies are being taxed using a stamp tax. So they're not very happy about it. And they're not very happy primarily for one key reason. I mean, yeah, nobody likes taxes. That makes sense. But it is more along the idea that they're being asked to pay taxes by an organization in Britain. That organization is Parliament. Parliament will not allow the colonies to have someone inside Parliament to represent their concerns. Here in our country today, when we pay taxes, we get a voice in our government to listen to us. That way, if we want to pick up the phone and call them and tell them how we think about current issues going on in the world, they listen to us, and hopefully they represent the will of the people. Parliament says, no. You're not paying the same amount of taxes people living in England do, so you're not going to get the same privileges that the people living in England have. Colonists say, well, you can't do that. Remember the Magna Carta stating that basically you have to have our permission before you tax us? This was an idea that was implied back then. So basically we have both sides sort of coming together and butting up heads. There's not a big resolution here. Colonists begin to boycott the products that are taxed under the Stamp Act, and it's hurting some businesses back in England. Even those businesses back in England say, please stop taxing the colonies. You're hurting our businesses back home. And Parliament ultimately decides to repeal the tax. It's not the end of the story, but it's one little part of the story. Hope this clears up any areas that maybe you had any concerns with. If you have any further questions after watching this, please stop by and see me. Until then, we'll see you next time.